Hey, hello, and welcome to my Facebook Live. This is Michelle Critchley from CNC Designs. I'm not sure if you can see me yet. I was just fixing things up. So hopefully you can see this. I'm looking at my screen and it just... Okay. All right. So this is my first time doing a Facebook Live, so bear with me. I have done videos before, but not a live. So welcome. Thanks for joining me. If you're not joining me live, you'll be able to see this on the replay. So for this, I was challenged to do a live video, so this is why I'm doing it. And I thought might as well do it with showing, unboxing the products I got from the Stampin' Up catalog, the new catalog. So as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, we get lots of different privileges. Of course, the main one is that we get discounted product that we can purchase anytime we want. And we also get our hands on the latest catalogs before customers can see them, before the general public. So this is the annual catalog that actually starts, the sales start for this on June 3rd. And I've had it for a couple weeks. As you can see, I've already tagged up lots of the pages, etc. So I can't show you the inside of this catalog yet until June 3rd. Then, I could show you things from the inside. But I can show you projects and products that have been made with this lovely catalog. So that's what I'm going to do today. I received my box of pre-order items. That's another privilege of being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, is you can receive purchase products in advance, so you can get your hands on things before the general public, and that's beneficial for us if we're trying to prepare for classes and make samples of things, or if you're a hobby demonstrator, then you just get things early, which is always fun. So some of the things, like I've got this card, so I can show you the sample card. This was given to me by my lovely upline Raywin at a team meeting we had recently. So on this one, she'd already got her pre-order items, and it's showing the new in colors. So every year there's a set of colors that Stampin' Up produces for only 2 years at a time. So there's 2 in color sets going on simultaneously, and then every 2 years one of them expires. So this is the one that's being released for 2020 to 2022. And these are the 5 lovely colors. There's always 5 colors. So this is the Misty Moonlight. This one is Cinnamon Cider. That color is Just Jade. This one is Bumblebee. And that is Magenta Madness. Now the other lovely thing with this card that Raywin made is, I'll hold it up closer to you, you can see the embossing. So it's showing 4 of the new embossing folders. I'm not quite sure of the names, so forgive me for that. But this one here and that are the same embossing folder, she just turned it a different direction. And then we have this lovely one here, and this one. This one, both sides of the embossing folder has a bit of floral, so depending on which part you emboss, you'll have a different image. And then this one's got like little leaves or petals. The other new thing on this card is it's showing the use of the new multi-purpose punch. There's a punch coming out that has 2 on the inside. There's the lovely sunflower stamp and sentiments, and those are new ones from the catalog. So, and she put the cinnamon cider cardstock in the background, so that just gives you a sneak peek at some of the things you can make with the new products. So let's get to unboxing my pre-order. So this is my box, which is too big to have in the video. So I'm not going to actually show you how taking everything out on the video because I don't have enough room for that. So I've set it down at a chair next to me, and I will take everything out and show you all the lovely bits. And we'll explore it together. So one of the first things I've got here are ribbons. So these are the ribbons with all the new in colors. They are 100% polyester, and so this is cinnamon cider. Hopefully you can see that color there. And the ribbons come in lengths. They're 1/4 inch wide, and they're approximately 10 yards or 9.1 meters, and the width in millimeters is 6.1 millimeters. So that's the cinnamon cider, and this is the bumblebee, I believe it's called. Let's see if I can set those up. There we go. And this one is Misty Moonlight. And we've got Magenta Madness. Ooh, that's a lovely color. It's looking a bit bright with that lighting. It's more of a darker pink. The lighting's not doing it justice. And this one is Just Jade. Beautiful colors. So those are the in color ribbons. And then you can also get the in color enamel dots. So I got a packet of those. So lovely colors. I'll be doing lots of projects with those. There are inks that go with these. However, we haven't been able to get the inks at the moment because of issues regarding the COVID-19 shipping issues, etc. But the inks will be available when the catalog goes live on June 3rd. So those are the in colors. I'll just leave these here so you can see them while I talk about other items. Now, I haven't ordered as much as a lot of people have. I didn't order everything I could with pre-order because I am on a budget. I haven't done any paid work for 2 months now. Good thing is I will be doing some work coming in June, so I couldn't afford to buy everything. So if you've watched other unboxing videos, you've probably seen lots and lots of other products that I won't be showing you here because I didn't purchase them. So this is our new punch. This is for the mini, and they're so adorable, the mini little mason jars. So if you are familiar with Stampin' Up, at Christmas time we had these domes that you can make like shaker cards, and now they've come out with a similar thing, and it's these adorable, cute little mason jars. So look at that. So the punch punches out a hole in your cardstock that will be the exact right size for you to place this in. And the nice thing with these domes, there's adhesive on both sides. So it's got a covered strip, so it's like double-sided tape. So you can punch the hole out, take that paper off, set your cardstock on there, and it will hold it in place, so you don't have to fiddle around with tape, etc., or glue trying to get it into place. And then you can take the tape off there and put your flat surface behind it, and you can use this as shaker cards and lots of other things. So you can put your little sequins or your little bits and pieces inside. Some people are putting seeds inside, so you can use it as a shaker card. So you get all these lovely little ones here. Let's see, how many do we get? There's 10. So in the little box you get 10 of those, and you'll definitely want to get the punch so you can punch them out. Now this all matches up with the Jar of Flowers stamp set. So see that? So the little jars match up perfectly, so you can have a plain background or you could have an image there. You don't have to use the jars, the domes with the designs. You can just do it flat if you want, but it has all these lovely different flowers. There's some more sunflowers and different types of flowers. Those look like tulips. I'm not sure what those ones are. These kind of look like anemones, and maybe some roses. And then you've got stems. You have a smaller jar size if you wish, and a lid, and then some strips that you can do to do other designs. Now, most of our stamp sets in the catalog, you'll see them at 100% size, but when you get your stamps, sometimes there's too many to fit in the nice little DVD case. So in this case, just check. It might say here it's images at 75%. So these are actually smaller than what the stamps will actually be. So I can open it up and you can see that the stamps are much bigger. And this set here has a few of our reversible stamps, and that's why it's showing images here. So to get this solid image there, it's not a separate stamp. All you do is you turn over the side of the stamp to the flat surface. So one side, if you stamp that, it'll be flat. The other side, if you stamp it, you'll get the detailed images. So it's showing that these 3 stamps in this set will actually be reversible. So you can, oh, I'm getting a bit of glare there. So you'll be able to get a solid stamp image if you want. And the flowers are not, so that's why they're on this side. But the nice thing with these sets as well, if you're not familiar with them, is when you take your stamps out, normally you keep them with the cover to protect them from dust, etc. But when you take these out, you can stick them right into your case. I'll just do that now because I will do that later on anyway. So you can stick them right over the matching images inside the case. And then I suggest you keep that flexible little plastic and you put it over them. So you keep, I suggest you keep that little plastic there because it keeps them clean and from dust, as well as when you close it, if you didn't, both images might stick together and make it more difficult to open. And then the other piece that they were on was hard plastic, and that's fabulous because now you have a little piece of window sheet that you can use for crafting, and you could even use it behind your shaker card to make it see-through. So those are the lovely images there. So when you do get your stamp sets, just check whether they have a image size. If they don't have an image size there, what you're looking at is 100% of the size. And the other lovely thing is you actually have the images on the spine. So when you store them in a drawer, on a shelf, you can actually see from a distance name of it and what images you'll find in that set. So that's a lovely jar of flowers and the mason jar shaker domes and the jar punch. Beautiful. I love those. Can't wait to make some things with those. Okay, now the next one. This one, Comfort and Hope. Beautiful stamp set. I actually got this stamp set free. There was a promotion for us demonstrators, a challenge for us, and that's another benefit of being a demonstrator. And the challenge, if we made the challenge, we were going to get a free stamp set from the new catalog. And this is it, Comfort and Hope. It's beautiful because it has various images that can just be used for background, or you could layer them up and have a whole page with these, and some lovely little sayings there to inspire. Know that I love and care about you. Sometimes there are no words, and sending you a paper hug. And then these little images, those look like little gems. So instead of using gems, if you don't have any gems, you can just stamp that and then color them in. And these, hopefully you can see that. Let's see, focus. Okay, so these look like mini sequins. So if you don't have sequins or you don't like working with sequins, you can stamp a bunch of little mini ones. And so this one is one of our red rubber sets, and it's called a cling stamp set because they cling together. If you haven't used these sets before, there are instructions on how to put the labels on the back of your sets. They're not all put together with the labels to keep the cost down and to make it easier to ship to you, but there are instructions on the inside that tell you exactly how to do it, as well as videos online. So you can go online and watch people do it to put your labels onto your sets. So that's the Comfort and Hope. And as you see, there's nothing here about size. So that means these images are the exact size that you will be stamping. So those are 100%. So that's our Comfort and Hope set. Now the other one, I bought a suite of products. And let me just get them out. Oh wait, before I do that, I did get the in color cardstock. I got the A4, basically it's a variety pack, so I get a few sheets of each color, and or you can buy one color in one pack. So there's 20 sheets here. I get 4 sheets of each of the new 5 in color cardstock, which is good if you want to sample them all in one go. If you're going to do lots of projects and you know what color you like, you can purchase a pack with just those solid colors. So that's the in colors. I'm going to set that aside. I'm kind of running out of room here. Got our ribbons. Those are in colors over there. And then the next was a suite of products. I bought the entire suite. So when you're ordering from the catalog, sometimes there's a little code. It's referred to as suite, and sometimes there's a little code. So if you like everything in that suite, instead of ordering every individual item, you can actually use the suite order code and you get everything. Same price as ordering individually. There is no discount price at ordering the suite. But so I ordered, I think it was the Round the World, a Good World suite set. And so there were a couple 12 by 12. You can see my camera setup. So this was the foil, the 12 by 12 foil. Our foil sheets always come in 2 sheets 12 by 12. This is brass foil. So we haven't had the brass foil before. And I'm trying not to get too much background. There we go. So hopefully you can see that foil. It's hard to see with shimmer in the background. So the foil, even though it only comes in, you only get 2 12 by 12 sheets. It's fabulous because you don't use a lot on a page. You wouldn't use it as background. You would use it as little highlighting elements. Now this 12 by 12, I can't get it in the camera. This is the World of Good Specialty Designer Series paper. Now, Designer Series paper with Stampin' Up! Is usually double-sided, so some people think DSP stands for double-sided paper. But when it says specialty, that means that it's usually thicker or it has something special to it. In this case, it's a bit of shine and glimmer. And if you don't already know, when you get your Stampin' Up! Products, usually it tells you what colors are used in the set. So here I can see it's got Basic Black, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. That doesn't mean it's in every page, but within the whole set of Designer Series paper, it's got some of those colors on the pages. Now let's have a look at these pages. I've seen them at my Uplines team meeting the other day, and they're gorgeous. So let me pull them out for you, and we'll go through them. Oh, try to make some room on my table. Okay, so with this one, you get 2 of each sheet, but they are double-sided. So one side on specialty usually has something special with it. So this one, hopefully you can see, there's a bit of shimmer going on there. So these little lines are, I believe that might be the brass foil is already within them. And then the other side has got this beautiful, like almost a marble look of the Just Jade color in there. So those 2. And then this one, the World. You can see the World is shiny there. That's a good shine there. And lovely background. So this would make a nice background, or you could cut an image out of just this one section of it. And then the other side has got the compass. So that looks like it's an image of the compass. The nice thing with this is you don't have the markings of the north and west, etc. So you don't have to worry about putting it one way up or not. So that's quite lovely there. And then this one here, again, we have the lines that have the brass shimmer, I believe that is. So it looks lovely. This would make a good like scrapbook background if you were traveling and have different parts around it. Because if you look closely, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's actually showing the images of the stars. So right there it says Capricorny, and so you've got the stars and the little faint images drawn around them with the different celestial beings. So here's Cyrus down there, and you could just look around and see all those. I hadn't noticed that in the book, so quite interesting. There's Capricornus right up there, I think you can see there. So that's beautiful. I'd hate to cut it up. And then the other side looks like some old world paper. But if you have a close look, there's some faint writing. So there's some script writing on there, which is lovely. And so it just looks like some sort of old world style paper, like maybe a map. You know, it could be a treasure map. Ooh, this one's very shiny. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, there you go. Now you can see the shine. So this has a map. All right, there it says North Sea, and then all these images. It says Austria. I think this must say Austria-Hungary because it's cut off H-U-N-G. So this looks like an old world map with lots of different words and parts on it. So, yep, because that right there says Germany. So it's definitely an old style map. Yep, there we've got Switzerland here. Oh yeah, there's France there, I see that. Paris, London, so Scotland. Here it says England, so that's a lovely map. We've got the Baltic over here, so a lot of interesting things on this map here. And of course with the lovely shimmer. And then the background, we've got just, this must be the bumblebee, so we've got the grids for the bumblebee, and it just has some splotches that almost look like continents, but I don't think it actually is. So that's beautiful. Oh, I'm not sure I want to cut that up. I like that paper. Okay. And here, do we have a shimmer side to this one? Oh, this doesn't seem to have a shimmer side. So this is showing us, again, the star signs, the stars, and all the pictures. I'm wondering if this is the other side of the world. I'm just turning this around trying to see some of the images, because that looks, yep, that's Leo. Oh yeah, and that's a crab, so there's Cancer. So this one has different images on it from what I can tell. But it's still beautiful, lovely paper. Could be doing, you know, this would be good birthday paper if you find somebody's star sign and put it in there. And the other side, ooh, another map. So this is great paper for doing a traveling scrapbook. So here you go. There we got Canada and the United States, Mexico in there. Says North America, so this is an old map of North America. Greenland over there. So it's quite lovely. I like the colors, and you could just look at this forever and find different places. You could find places that you've been or you're from. So another beautiful paper that you could use for cards or for a scrapbook page. And this is the last one. So here we've got those compasses again. This looks like it's in the Misty Moonlight color. So lots of different compasses and different grid lines and shadows on there as well. So the paper is, it's not just a shadow for my window. The paper actually has different gradients of color. So you do get a bit of different shadow in there. Ooh, and the other side looks striking. Ooh, I like that. So that's got a whole mix of different colors in it. I could just see cutting sections of that to use in a background for a card. That would just be gorgeous. So that is the, what was it called? The World of Good Specialty Designer Series paper. So with that, you get 12 by 12 inch or 30.5 centimeter square pieces. Now with that set, got some other bits that go with it. So with that set, that suite rather, that's the stamp set that goes with it. So that's why we had all those worlds going on there. So it's the Beautiful World Cling stamp set. So as you can see, it's a red rubber stamp set and has the beautiful size worlds. These are full-size images, and I've already got lots of ideas of things I want to do with this. It's great for travel, or if somebody's going away on travel. Here in New Zealand, when kids usually finish high school, sometimes they take a year off and they go on their big OE, which is overseas experience. Although they won't be doing that anytime soon because our borders are closed. But they could travel around New Zealand. So this would be a great card, like a Bon Voyage card, or, you know, things when somebody's going off either traveling or coming back. So lots of lovely sayings here. Life's a beautiful journey. You make the world a better place. I like that. Congratulations on this new beginning. Now that could also be for a wedding card or somebody just having a baby. Or maybe they bought their first house. So that could be used for lots of things. Thank you for being part of mine. Adventure awaits. So those two could go together. Or you could have the new beginning and that could be given to your partner. So thank you for being part of mine. So beautiful, beautiful stamps there. And again, you would need to pop your labels on. These labels are cling on one side, so they will stick to your blocks. So if you're new to the Stampin' Up way of doing things, when you get stamp sets, you also need to purchase blocks. And it usually tells you in the book, in the catalog, when you're ordering your stamp sets, it will actually tell you what size blocks to use with the different stamp sets. So this one would be quite too big for here, so I'd say like a D size would be the right size for that image. So if you don't already have blocks, when you buy your stamp sets, you can see exactly which blocks you need. And you don't need one block for every image. You just basically need a block big enough for the largest image, unless you're going to make multiple cards and want more than one block to use. So that's the, I'll leave that there so you can ooh and ah at that. Then there's also the Old World paper 3D embossing folder. So that gives you a nice crisp image, and that's the one that was used here. So that's just a smidget of that, a little strip of that embossing folder. So this one here, we'll have a quick nosy at it. I'll rip it open. That's the fun part of getting new things, is ripping them open. So when it says it's a 3D embossing folder, that's because it's a bit thicker than our older folders, and it gives a very deep impression. So you can see there, you can probably see the impression there. So that's very deep impression. So one side pushes down onto the other side that has the depressed image. And these are great because you could get a big piece of paper done that way. You could even ink it up. And if you ink up one side and press it through, then the ink will get pushed into the paper as well. There's lots of things online about doing that. I might do that in one of my next videos. And so that's just showing the image in black and white and how it would look. So I can see I'm going to use that a lot. So we'll pop that over there. And this is the, where's it open? This is the dies that match the stamp set. I love it when there's dies that match a stamp set because I don't really like fussy cutting. I don't mind if I'm doing one or two things, but if there's a lot of detail, I'd rather just cut it right out. So this World Map Dies, nice simple name. There you go, World Map Dies. And we'll have a quick look at these dies here. There you go. So they come with tape on the background. Quite often I will put an old magnet, take them all off and stick an old magnet down on this cardstock, and they hold better and they're easier to pull off. So you've got some that complement the stamp set and some that cut out from the stamp set. So in this case, the feather there would cut the feather image here, and this would cut out the ink pot, if you were wondering what that is. So it's for, let's just have a closer look. So that's basically a quill pen. You can see the tip there, and that's the ink pot. So in the olden days, you used to put ink in there and dip your pen in there and write with that. So for here, we can cut out the quill and the ink pot, and even the holder, the map holder to sit on. And then the circles will cut the maps out. Now, there isn't one for this here, but I believe that probably matches one of our circle punches. These other images are extra ones, so this would cut out a globe image, and it would look gorgeous with that foil. So you could cut out that and then cut a solid piece of cardstock, place the globe on top of there, and that would just stand out really nicely. And this is to hold, that would hold your globe, the old-fashioned holder for the globes. Just a swirly image to, you know, give, you could cut different cardstock out and pop that around on your card. This here, you could use for all different things. You could get maybe a border on the side of your card. To me, it looks like a ruler because it has the tall and the short little lines. I'm not quite sure what that's meant to be. And I can't wait to try this one. This will emboss, not cut out, but it will emboss this image onto your cardstock, and that's got words. So I'm going to give that a try and see what it actually says. It's probably written in a different language, but I still want to try it and see what it says. So if you emboss that, you could have it on part of your card as a background piece, or you can emboss it and cut it out and have it on the front of your card. So I can't wait to play with those dies. And then so the other part of that suite was ribbon. So this ribbon is what's it called? Faux suede trim. And so it's the same width as the other ribbon I showed you. It's a 1/4 inch or 6.4 millimeters. This one has 5 yards, which is also 4.6 millimeters. This one has, the other one has more ribbon in it, and I think the reason that this one has less is because it's thicker. And let's see if I can get that open. And it's actually got a beautiful suede effect on the ribbon. Just bear with me for a second. I need to touch it. Let me find my scissors and I will cut that open. So I shall return in just a second. There's my scissors. So this ribbon is one that we haven't had before. And when it says it's got a faux suede effect, it doesn't just look like suede. It feels like suede. I'm trying to pull that off without. I did it right where the tape is, so it's not, there we go. Not going all the way through. So the plastic protects it. So with this one, I wish you could feel that. It's just, it's got a texture to it. And so it just feels fabulous. And it almost feels like felt, really. It's got that kind of a feeling, and it's quite thick. So it's just gorgeous. So that on some of the catalog samples, it shows this like being used as belts. Like this down, it's best to use a glue dot. It holds it better in place. But if you can see, that's actually got lines on it. So you could use the opposite side of that. And then the belt has some grooves on it as well. I think the grooves are there probably to help with the adhesive sticking, but I can imagine using that for that feature alone. So, of course, it's made perfectly to fit our ribbon. So just pop it in there, pop your little belt through, your buckle rather, And there you go. How cute is that? That is just gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I want to play. So this set here, pop that back before I lose them. And if you look on the little slides, they have the same like swirly design that you see in the die and on the stamp set. So this set here, you get 30, and I believe, I can't open the catalog to look, but I think you get more corner pieces than you have buckles. You do have more of one than other. So one of them I think you get 10, and the other you have 20. So it's not even, because if you split that 15 and 15, it wouldn't work out right, because you'd need even numbers for the corners and you even numbers for your buckles normally. Now, the last thing I have in my pre-order, good thing I got my scissors, was the World of Good Memories and More card pack. So all these world things I showed you were part of the suite that you can get, the entire suite if you want it all, which of course most of us demonstrators do. So the Memories and More card packs are fabulous for scrapbooking, or if you want to do quick cards, because they're already sized perfectly for card bases. So you get full-size background pieces as well as half-size, and you usually get stickers and other little things. So if you're wanting to do cards quickly, I suggest you buy one of the packs of cards and envelopes, and then a Memory and More pack, and they will fit perfectly, and you can just make up lots of different cards however you like. Maybe add, you know, some ribbons and some stamping. But with the stickers in here, you usually don't need that. There we go. Making it difficult to get in. And let's see. This one doesn't tell you the colors that it goes with. Okay. So we'll start with the big pieces. So these pieces are full size, so you can easily, we'll use the back of that other card, pop them on a card background, or you could cut them down to size if you want. They're also double-sided, and you usually get two of each. However, when you have ones that are specialty cards, like in this case, you can see these all have some shiny on them. So these are single-sided because they couldn't get the effect on both sides. So these would make just a really good single card or scrapbook page. So you can see you get the world. Pop those somewhere. And I'll pop those down there. So we got the world. We got some more of those lovely squares. Some more worlds. If you don't want to cut up your big paper, you could just use the smaller one. That one, this says work, play, travel, repeat. Work, play, travel, repeat. I'll take the work part out. Just play, travel, and repeat. So that's lovely background. Here we have the world. There I am, right there, right about where that line is. It's right there where my thumb's pointing. So where are you on this map? And then some more little pictures that are symbolic of a compass. The other things in the pack are, so each Memory and More pack has slightly different things depending on the pack when it comes out. So this one has stickers. So these are all stickers, already adhesive on the back, so you can easily pop them out. So we've got some shiny things. They're showing how you could use them together, or you can just use them to embellish up parts of your card. So you got all these lovely feathers in the different in colors. So that looks like Bumblebee, and that's Cinnamon Cider, and that's Misty Moonlight by the looks of it. And then some more stickers that, again, you could use to embellish scrapbooking pages or cards in the colors. That one looks like basic black, and I believe that one's probably early espresso mixed in there. And then, oh, can you see the shimmer on that? Look at the shimmer. Beautiful shimmer. So here you would just have that little triangle, but see how it's stamped over there? Now that's the background that you, once you take the stickers off, you wouldn't use, but I would actually cut that out and I'd have a little strip there. So I don't like to waste anything. So when you have things that have stamped over the part that the color's gone over the part you're going to use, you can always use this, because once I peel these off, I'll have an interesting background and I can just cut that up and use that somewhere else as well. So find joy in the journey, and then those words there say travel in the shimmer. And here we've got these lovely labels, so you can just stamp on there and use those on your cards. And then different triangles again, triangles within triangles. And this says discover, and there we go, dream. So those stickers are in the pack as well. And then when you come to the bigger cards, these, as I said, they will cover the card. So cut them down if you want, or just use them to cover the card. I think I've got mine upside down. There we go. That looks more right way up. So again, little bits of matte. This looks like it must be England, because we've got Liverpool and Sheffield and Birmingham. So a few different parts, Cumberland. So different parts of a map there. And then these are double-sided. You get 2 of each of those. So there we've got the compass, and it's meant to have that faded look. So that's not an error with stamping. It's meant to have the different coloration. Ooh, and here we've got some more of those scripted words that look faded, so you can't tell what they say. And the back of that one is, I think, the world view. So you could just pop that right on the front of a card and then add a few little embellishments. You might even want to add the world sticker that was in there. Pop the world there, or maybe one of these world stickers. So if you imagine popping that world sticker there with those words, and your card's done. So it makes it quite easy. Okay, where did I go there? Oh. And this one gives you lots of space to write. Upside down. That says Barrow. That says York. So this might still be a British one. And then, yeah, there's the channel. So you could put a photo in there, or stamps of words, or use it as a journal. That's a really lovely piece there. And then the other side has got some lines, so you could do the same there. Or you could even just place a sticker or image on there. Got enjoy the journey, and again, this one actually looks like it's the U.S. because it's the end of the United States right there with a splotch. And there's Ottawa, so so it looks like it's the border of the U.S. and Canada there, and so that's a lovely image. Again, just put a few things on there, your card's done. Back side of that, more maps. This is Canada, so Dominion of Canada, and oh, and there's the United States down there, so another border one. Yeah, there's Hudson Bay. Again, another lovely one. Stopped. So I was just showing, this is the other side of that last one. I showed the map on there was Switzerland, Austria, etc. And then the other side says life is an adventure. And then this one, again, it's showing part. So this is part of the bigger paper. So it's showing part. There's Aries. It's showing the different star signs around. And then the other side of that is the world is yours. So it's quite nice that you get one landscape side and one portrait side. This one here would probably go this way because it says North Sea. So you could use the grids to put a picture on or write on there, whatever you'd like. And the other side of there. So that you could use in portrait mode, or you could use landscape, depending on which direction you want. So those are the full-size cards that comes in the Memory and More, in that Memory and More pack. And then there's mini cards. So these are half, 2 of them would equal a full size. So they're half of the page. And those would be good like in the center, and you could have some designer series paper on the back of your card, or if you're doing your scrapbook page. So here we have a couple bits of the world. I would probably say go that way around, otherwise your world would be upside down. But maybe that would be a good saying for your scrapbook page. My world's been turned upside down. And then the back side of that. Ooh, some more of that lovely writing. Oh, that's gorgeous. Lovely. I like the dark colors. And then we have some more of the world. Let's get the world the right way up. So here's the world here. And I like that New Zealand's way over here, not next to Australia. They put us on that side. And if you haven't had a good look at the stamp set, I noticed that straight away. So here's the stamp set. And so we've got, I got my worlds the right way around. Yeah, I think we've got Australia here and Tasmania down there, but New Zealand actually sits over here. So New Zealand's not on the same side with Australia. I thought that was rather interesting because if anybody's watching from those countries or knows the stories, there is a big rivalry between New Zealand and Australia. A lot of people think New Zealand is part of Australia. It is not. So I think it's interesting they put it on a different part of the map. Oh, and there's some lovely writing. Oh, I love that image, that old-fashioned tools there. And then we've got a map, again the Canada-US border map. And then you can have the other side. Dare to live the life you've always wanted. Oh, beautiful images. I think that's just jade there. And that one is our journey. And here we go, some more, oh, different styles. So see, there's the compass there. And so the background image in that compass looks like that star. And so the compass actually has the needle on it there. So that's how I recognized that. We have a current stamp set, oh, the name just went out of my mind, that has a compass in there, and you can actually, there's a die that cuts out the little parts to the compass. I believe it's carrying over to the new catalog, so you could combine the two of them. So the back side, today was a great day. It's got that background image there. What a wonderful world. That's beautiful. And the back side of that. Ooh, some interesting old world globes and some writing on there. And another beautiful line drawing. I like those images. Nice and plain, but still gorgeous. Life is meant for adventure. A little compass up there and that writing. So you got to combine them all in that one. Some more of that beautiful writing. Where's the matching one there? Don't have the matching one. And the back side of that. And so the adventure begins. Oh, that would be lovely on a card. You know, you could have or even a scrapbook page, you could have a picture in there of maybe people going off on their trip. Be the change you wish to see in the world. That is a lovely saying. That's what we need more of right now. Basically, be what you want the world to be. And so there you go, the work, play, travel, repeat. I think I already had this one. Is that the other side? Yeah, there's my missing one. That was the one I showed you a minute ago. And we've got Dream Big. Again, this is showing the celestial bodies on that map. And it's probably landscape. Yes, it is. Today's adventure, and showing the world. And another map of the world. This time we got New Zealand over here by Australia. And some writings. Oh, I like those. Lovely images. I really love the images and the colors. Explore more. And that one you can do your writing on there. And in the back, that looks similar to one that we've already seen. The world cracks open for those willing to take a risk. Francis Mays. Oh, interesting. Ooh, there you go. Bucket list. Sorry, too short. I'd need to have a very long bucket list. I intend to be around for a lot longer, and there's lots of things I want to do. So there's your bucket list. Maybe it should say travel list. It's never too late in life to have an adventure. Oh, I like that. Could even put a little color on the word life or pop that up separately. Oh, I just love that image. I'm not sure what that tool is called. I feel like it's something starts with an S. Sexpent or something. Sexpent. I'll have to look that up. You make the world a better place. Oh, that's so nice. There you go, a day to remember. So put a photo of some special day that you had. Or you could write your memories on there. And then both sides of the world, again with those lovely, I think this one showing the zodiac images, I think, on this guy. And then we got reach for the stars, which makes sense because those are the star images back there. On the other side we have just some writing. Oh, and there's that lovely globe, old world globe. I just want to spin it and see how everything moves around. And then this one, oh, duplicate maps. So map and another map there. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's cut in. I think it's cut in half. Oh, it's just different sections of it because we're right there in the bottom corner. There's New Zealand hiding in the bottom corner. Discover, dream, discover, explore. Oh, that would be good to have on the wall. Oh, and there you go. So there's our quill pen and our little ink holder. Okay, so other than catalogs, which I do have, I got some of those, and then there's also this new new beginner catalog, this mini catalog that you can get, and there's some stamp sets in here that you don't see in the main catalog. So if you're just starting out and wanting to get some kits or a few bits and pieces to start your stamping adventure, this has a lot of good items in there that you can get and start straight away, even some of the small ink spots, so you can get started stamping straight away. So hopefully you've loved that. That's my first live. I'm sorry about a few of the issues with the connection. I'm hoping that it will save this so I can put it on YouTube for people to watch later on, because I don't think I had too many watching this live. But I was challenged to do it, so challenge finished. If you live in New Zealand and you want to purchase any of these items, well, if you live anywhere in the world and want to purchase any of these items, contact your demonstrator. If you're in New Zealand and you don't already have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So you can have a look at my website. There's information there about joining. There's also my contact details, so if you want to get in touch with me to ask more about it. When you join Stampin' Up, you get to buy lots of stuff at almost a 50% discount. Different countries have different prices for the starter kit, but what I love is that for your starter kit, you pick what you want from the catalog, and you can even pick some of the pre-order items. So at this point, before June 3rd, you can pick things from the current catalog or stuff from the future catalog in your starter kit. And it's, I think it's something ridiculous, like 40% discount. So here in New Zealand, what you do is you pay $189, but you choose $285 worth of products that you want. So it can be anything. It can be stamps, it can be dies, it can be inks, whatever you want to play with, or to start your business. So you can just buy stuff at a discount for yourself. Or you can go into it as a business because you want to earn money, share your passion. Like what I like to do is share everything. And so your starter kit is the best deal yet. And then once you're a demonstrator, you get to purchase things at a discounted price, as well as get your hands on things early on. Sometimes get free items as well. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, get in touch with your demonstrator. If you don't have one and you're in New Zealand, get in touch with me. I'd love to have you join my team. You don't have to live near me to be part of my team. You just have to be in the same country. So that's why I can only deal with people in New Zealand. So if you're in another country, get in touch with Stampin' Up. I believe you can go to stampinup.com to find a country, somebody in the country you're in. If you're in New Zealand, you go to stampinup.co.nz. And if you want to get your hands on any of these items, let me know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have lots of fabulous videos showing you how to do things, and I will be doing videos in the near future showing some of these products. This is just a small, little, tiny sampling of what's in the new catalog. So there is so much more, and if you have a look online at other unboxing videos, you'll see lots of products that you didn't see here because I don't have that much money. But I am slowly going to collect things because the new catalog is valid for 12 months. So I have my little wish list, which is in the thousands, and I will slowly be adding things to my supplies as I go along. But I will be sharing lots of things with you. And if you live locally to Tuakau, New Zealand, and want to come to classes and play with some of the products, again, go to my website. I do have an events calendar, and if you do live in the area, you can get in touch with me. I will be starting my classes up again in June because we've moved down to level 2 and we are allowed to have people come into our little bubbles. My classes will be limited to 8 people. So if you want to come to one of them, get in touch with me and reserve your spot soon. If you live near Tuakau, which for those in New Zealand, it's the first town in Waikato, so we're right next to South Auckland. So we're right next to Bombay and Pukekohe, and we're also near Pocono and Onifero and that kind of area. So if you look it up on the map, that's where I am, and I do classes in my home. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my first live video, and I hope it wasn't too much strain for you when the video froze. And please come back and watch other videos, and feel free to share this once I have it on YouTube. Cross fingers that I can find it and save it after the fact. Thanks so much. Bye.